Well, it's Rob, the Lincoln Ring Finder, and Zach here today. Today we're starting a search for a missing person. The missing person is Anne Marie Kelley. She disappeared April 15th, 2008. So 18 years ago, she left, dropped the kids off at school, went to work, was there about an hour, had to go do something with a kid at school, was never seen again. She lives in the town of Philly, over by Beatrice. She works in Beatrice. She was at SEC Community College. She was working there in Beatrice. And she lives in Philly, about 15 minutes away. I'll put the link to this case in the description of this video. Now, we've discussed this many times. Where do you hide a 1991 Plymouth Voyager minivan for 18 years? Okay, that's what she was driving. This is what it looks like. Well, statistically, water. Water is where you can hide them quickly and for the longest period of time. So we are going to be searching bodies of water for a minivan. A lot of places have been searched. No leads, dead ends. So we feel we have the capabilities to go in, do sonar searching, identify targets, and dive on them if need be. So that is what we're going to be doing. We're at Rockford Lake, just between Philly and Beatrice, within the 5-mile radius of her house. And so we're going to now hit a few bodies of water and just do some sonar searching. We're running a side scan right now. So this is our boat in the center. This is your water column, your depth from your boat to the bottom. This is everything on the left side of your boat. This is everything on the right side of the boat.
We're 14 feet.
We're 14 feet right now. And if we turn over here, we've got a road right there. So something could come off and hide just mere 10, 15 feet from the shore in deep enough water. So we're making a few laps here. We'll get back up to our speed. 2 to 3 miles an hour is optimum for a good picture. Back up down to 6 foot deep here towards this peninsula.
7.
There's 20-foot drop-offs out there by the dam out there, which I don't think there's much access out there, but we're going to scan everywhere that a car could potentially go into and be hidden. Now, Anne had left SEC in Beatrice. Her key fob shows that she clocked into SEC. She made a phone call from there. The thing that's got me, Zach, is later on that night, around midnight, her husband finds her phone at their house.
With a note on it.
With a note, but the note, they haven't revealed what the note says. So she either went home and left her phone because she didn't want to be tracked, found. No credit cards used, no debit cards, none of that. A lot of searches, of course, have been done on this. Keep an eye down here on our side scan. And so we don't know if there was foul play, if there was an accident, if she decided, you know, life was tough and decided to clock out. So that's what's really got me is that phone was found later on. She was using that phone in the morning. And then later on at night, around midnight, husband finds that phone in the house. She was reported missing at 7 o'clock at night. That night, she failed to pick up the kids from school and stuff like that. So that's one of the strange things about this case. She disappeared. 18 years ago, disappeared. But she didn't take her phone. And this was 2008. A lot of people carried their phones still in 2008. Technology still was, you know, pretty advanced back then, being able to track people and stuff. So, what happened to her? We're trying to get some sort of answer. So anywhere that you could gain access to this lake in the deep spots, we are scanning right now. And seeing if we can, you know, come up with something new. Again, if anybody has any idea on what she could have done or what could have happened, I'm posting the link to this case of hers in the description. So I'll be posting 2 or 3 links, and you can go to those, read the story, updates, a few podcasts I listen to also on it. We're in 14-foot deep water right now, not too far offshore. So it wouldn't take much to hide a car in some of these deep spots. But where do you hide a car for 18 years? I mean, in the ground? Do you crunch it up into a little cube at the junkyard? Her license plate was in the registry in case she was pulled over because they had gotten, and this is what officers do. They do this so that they find something that they can maybe get on their record, so if they ever get pulled over, it gives a hit and says, hey, this person has a warrant for speeding or an unpaid ticket. And so they do that, so when the license plate gets red, boom, it comes up. So no debit card, so she couldn't have traveled too far. No gas used, full tank of gas. Maybe you could have got 500 miles, 400 miles away from here. Statistically, it's within 5 miles of the house. So, things to think about. We're going to continue scanning this area here. We're running electric trolling motor.
I don't think we can scan.
Why? Because, well, we don't have money for a gas engine yet, and it is nice and quiet, but we would burn through a lot of batteries scanning all day long. Got a guy fishing over here, and right off that area is 15 foot deep. So you've got an area where potentially a car could come in and disappear. Lots of fish here. Lots of fish. Looking at stuff on the bottom here. There's a log. Again, we are looking 70 feet out from the boat on either direction. We're at 15 foot deep right here. Give a better picture. Our boat line is the center line. Water column from the boat down to the bottom of the lake is the black area. We're still at 12 feet deep. Got these access points here. You know, let's just say somebody just came out here to, you know, smoke a cigarette and take a break from a little bit, and you had an accident. We're 18 foot deep right now here, not very far off. A car floats for 2 to 12 seconds, At 18 foot, I suspect you would see the car flipped upside down then. When a car hits about 12 to 15 foot, the tires are more buoyant. So the tires go up and the engine weight goes down and the car flips over. And so it doesn't look like a car then on your on your screen.
What we saw right there?
What? We're kind of. I thought we were kind of past that point. That was where we're turning around. We're learning this sonar system too, learning how to read stuff. We have a pretty good idea from watching a lot of people who have done this. We're not reinventing the wheel on any of this stuff. We don't have the live scan in right now, but we have sonar, top scan, and side scan.
Down scan, side scan.
Yeah, down scan, side scan, and sonar capabilities. Just with that transducer.
We should get the sonar up.
Yeah. So we are seeing little fish in here. What we'd like to see is a rectangle. A rectangle, if this is 20 foot, there's 40 foot, 30 foot. So something from this line to that line would be 10 foot long. A car is about 17 foot long. So it would show up pretty big on the display here. 70 foot is what most of them say to run that, 70 foot either side. So we're scanning 140 feet of the lake right now at one time. Here we've got some vegetation.
We're 15 feet off here.
A gas motor is probably what we're going to end up needing to get here sometime. This was our first scan of many that we're planning on doing while looking for Anne Marie Kelley. It's a great lake. I was able to talk to a couple locals out here also. We have a couple spots that we're going to check some water depth on our way back into Beatrice, and we got some water depths we're going to check in on there. We'll be using our sonar bobber for that so we don't have to put anything in the water. So on the way to Rockford Lake, we saw this water hole on the side of the road. Does it dry up in the dry years? I don't know. Got the sonar bobber, feedback to the phone, and we're going to go ahead and check this out there and see what type of depth we have. So got to wait for it to settle, get a reading here. So we're looking about 3-4 feet deep right there.
So not deep enough.
We'll throw it over there to the side a little bit. Throw it over towards the road more. I don't know if this is public property or county. I'd have to find out if it was deep enough. I'd have to find out what it was so we could get permission to go sonar it. So anything over 5 foot, you'd be able to hold a height of car. I think I knocked it senseless when I threw it in here. Really. It's like, maybe that Wi-Fi's interfering with that. Water is either too shallow, too whatever. Probably I knocked it senseless. Let's move it a little bit. It's either I
think you knocked it senseless.
think I did. I think Good old Bob got a...
Knocked out senseless.
Oh, let's see. Could have threw it out far enough. I lost the Wi-Fi on it. It's almost like the battery's shut off. Oh yeah, that's flashing. I think that means it's connected. We'll do it one more time.
Don't know. 2 feet?
Yep, I'm going to go with the 2 foot there. I'm going to reel it in here. Let's watch our bottom change.
3. So about 2 to 3 feet here.
Yeah, now we're just bouncing between 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the creek over here, how deep that is, going under this road, this could be 5-6 feet. We got a pole here. Something has hit this at one time. I don't know how long ago. Got a chunk out of it. Was it the snow plow? Maybe. Maybe a car went off here. We're going to go ahead and chuck the bobber in. I might have to hold the phone up to get Wi-Fi if it's not getting it.
3 feet.
3 feet. So, probably the snowplow hit this beam down here, I'm guessing. So we'll knock this one off the list.
It's jumping between 2 and 3.
It's bobbing. Okay, we're gonna head in for a bite to eat, and then we're gonna check a couple other spots. The last known place that Ann was known to be was Southeast Community College, and we are at Southeast Community College campus in Beatrice. There's a silt pond out back here. I don't know how long it's been here, but we know she left the campus because later on that night, her husband found her cell phone along with a note. They didn't reveal what was in the note, but that was back at the house. But we're going to check this anyway because this is where, well, she was last seen. She made a phone call about 9:30, 9:50 that morning back to the school because there was a problem with the kid. Maybe the kid was sick, and that was the last known communication. No credit cards, no other phone, texts, anything at all. So we're going to toss the bobber out here just for the heck of it, and let's see how deep we are. That'll put us about right in the middle. Come on over here, Zach. Once it settles out. Show it on the screen here. So we got it's kind of hard with the sun here, but down at the bottom we're showing 4 foot. We'll do a couple throws in some areas. I'm going to pull it this way, just kind of give a reading. No big deep holes. Let's go a little bit over there.
Foot.
4 foot again, farther out there. Her husband supposedly was at work in Lincoln at the time. She had 4 kids, ages 15 on down. So where do you hide a 91 Plymouth Voyager minivan for 18 years? I mean, water is the easiest. You can do it in the quickest amount of time. Her bank statements were never, or credit cards were never used. So we know that she didn't fill up with multiple tanks of gas unless she had cash. Working 3 jobs, I'm guessing she didn't. Especially it was in 2008 with the housing economy crash then. Money was tight for me too. And it didn't have a lot of extra cash and stuff to carry around. So I don't feel like she would have had a lot of cash to fill up her gas tank many times and get to California. Anything's possible, even with the water. Well, Zach, looking at 4 foot deep here. Not going to be hiding the minivan in here. So we're going to call this one.
Toss it maybe one more time.
Toss it one more time?
Yeah.
Where to?
I have to give it that lead
Huh.
further out.
No, I didn't about fall in. But we are by the overflow right now. 4 foot. So we're consistently 4 foot in this silt pond. Sure, sediment could have came in here for a couple feet over the years. I'm sure this is dried up in the last 4 years when we had a really dry spell. And somebody would have seen a van. Well, we're going to wrap this spot up and we're going to go check a boat ramp that goes into the Big Blue River just to see what that river's like and if there's any holes there that something could hide in.
We're 5 foot here.
5 foot. Wow. Zach's getting the sonar Wi-Fi connected and we're looking at the Big Blue River down here and he notices that look how high the water has gotten. Look at that log, that stump stuck up in the girders of the bridge. This boat dock area we found out, we were just Googling it, was put in 2021. We're at the Big Blue River where the boat ramp goes in. And what do we got for water depth?
4 foot.
So 4 foot here right now. So not looking too promising. Well, thanks for joining us on our first recap, opening up this cold case of Anne Marie Kelley, who went missing 18 years ago. What we know is she went to SCC college to work after she had dropped 4 kids off at school. Got a call that one of the kids was maybe feeling sick, had an issue at school. A little bit of communication there went on. She was left and was never seen again. Later on that day, about midnight, her phone and a note, which they have not released the information what was in that note, was found by the husband as he was getting ready for bed after a long day of searching and calling and trying to find her. So we searched some waterways today. This is part 1. We are putting together a game plan for part 2, which will include more bodies of water and stuff like that. So again, the links to these stories of her case are going to be in the description. Go to them, read on them. If you know anything at all, call the Gage County Sheriff's Department. I'll put their number right here on the screen. And no matter how little detail it was, 18 years ago, where does a lady and her minivan disappear to like that? Thanks for your time.